Oh my God, Carmander. You're first in chat today, babe. Congratulations. Extending the streak. Thank you, yeah. With my festive shirt today. Welcome in Zomsky, Miss Cat. I see Pinnacle Depth and Jay Wake on the YouTube side. Welcome in, guys. Josh Reed in the house. This shirt usually draws some comments. This shirt is like either people saying, that's a cool shirt, Rise, or they're like, Rise, that's an interesting choice. Which is like their way of being mean to me and saying they don't like my shirt. I thought this was a perfect shirt for Mexico. Especially because Merida, Mexico is like known for the ancient Mayan temples and stuff and pyramids. It felt very Mayan to me. Guys, I'd like to announce oh wait, does it not show it anymore? I was the main contributor this week in my future. In my what's it called? My like group thing. Mifa Steve, welcome in. We're gonna mix it up today. Yeah. Hatching, I mean, when it's catches, I may need some carrying from the group. When it's hatching, I'm game. I got 10 of our group's 20. Give me your arms. Welcome in. Here we go. Quick cue. It's a good lead. Catch an air cutter. What I just realized. He's just going straight air cutter. To realize. Shields. Double shields. But I can't spell it out for you. If you just realized what I just realized. Oh, this is actually concerning. Nice. Amazing lead, but I realized mid-battle, wait. We're very weak to the bink. Luckily, we got such a head start, it didn't really matter. Red's wavy first-time chatter, welcome in. It's like my hair, red and wavy. Josh Reed, been running Shadow Swampert, Shadow Swanna, and Sylveon. Whoa. It works. Don't ask me how. I won't ask you then. I won't ask you. I won't ask what you do with a Venusaur lead. Very quick cue. J-Wade, can we get a shout out for my son Koa? We watch every day. He loves your streams. Yo, that is awesome. Shout out to Koa. Very cool name, by the way. Blastoise, interesting. Be there for the highs and lows. So he's one off the next. Probably could have Drain Punch baited here, but so he's 2 off, so he's probably going to switch here. I think we take 1, farm all the way down. Three. 4, 5, 6, 7. That was weird. It's like a refund. I think we just swap save, force him to throw energy, and then Ninetales closes, because even if he gets Shadow Ball, we can take it. Uh-oh. That refund was kind of weird. Obviously, it didn't really make too much of an impact, but did you guys see that refund that happened? Like, when he caught on Blastoise? Are refunds back? I feel like there haven't been refunds in ages. I don't even save my receipts these days. I don't even keep them around because I thought refunds were over with. Mifa Steve in the house. Corey TV, sup? I went back with the regional t-shirt recently. I had been rocking like a coat on my character for a while. For pretty much like it's been a while. Like it was most of this calendar year. I think it might have even been since like Christmas or the holidays. Do I ever run Carbink? Very rare. I have run it at times. You know, not to call her out, but I heard Carmander runs Carbink sometimes. I have run it before. I have run Carbink before, but very rare. No way. It was because Axon told me to. Wiggly lead. Bro. Okay. Um, I mean, I guess we're hoping that whatever's in the back Ninetales will have play against. Okay, it's a good shield. I get debuffed. Do I just like force switch here, you think? Oh, wow. That's huge. Looks like I'm only gonna get to one move. Maybe I would have got to double body slam, but honestly, I would think a surf does comparable damage to double body slam. Yeah, I definitely would have got double body slam. Whoa. Okay, I think I kind of have to shield. And the scary thing is, I might have to let in a free. Okay, nice. I got the CMP. That's huge because I think this should do enough where he's in like weather ball range. Yeah. Wiggly like has a move. Wiggly has a lot of energy actually. I kind of lost track of Wiggles. Okay, we're fine. We take double swift. In my dad's garage. Welcome in, Des. No news to report. That's good. No false misinformation from Des today. Beiruzma, Japanese player. Ooh, interesting. Catches on Mantine. No. You see me lagging, dude? Okay. He didn't throw, but this is preposterous. How am I lagging just like mid battle? He's at 10, I think. I hope we live. That'd be really nice. Bro, this lag is horrendous. And now if he has water pulse, I might be cooked. Yeah, really disappointing because I feel like if I didn't lag so much this game, I really could have won this. But just consistent lag throughout the game really threw me off. It's really frustrating, man. Really frustrating because that game would have potentially had me hit legend, and it's just really tough. Like I stay pretty cool, but like to lag so much in a game that I think I have a really good chance to win if I'm not consistently lagging the entire time. And I would have hit legend, which would have been a cool moment. And to just have it taken away out of your control definitely raises the frustration level. Oh my god. Let's try to get one more game, J Wake, and then we'll move on to the plushie redemption. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, like I just felt like I was in such a good situation where even though he caught on his mantine, I could simply keep alignment. But like every few seconds, I was I was missing a turn, and it just completely changed everything. Like it wasn't a considerable amount of lag in concurrence, but literally every time a charge attack was thrown, I'd find myself behind a turn. This is how Egypt felt. This is how Egypt felt when their goal was taken away. I feel like that happened either last season or the season before, where like we would have hit legend in a given set and we lagged. What's pretty concerning though from the lag we just experienced the past two games is it's not even like your typical lag that we're used to. And again, Legacy is on its last leg, so they're not really worried about it too much, but that's not even like the standard one turn bring in lag. That's just like new lag. That's like mid game lag. That just didn't happen before. Five. Throws on five. Um, this is interesting. think we keep this shield, even though Mud Bomb is going to hurt. Okay, I'm hoping we live this Drill Peck since we're boosted. Maybe wishful thinking, but I don't think I can shield. We don't live, but at least they're dry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Morpeko is also dry. I don't think Morpeko lives 5 Powder Snows. And we just don't throw fast attacks. Or don't throw charge attacks, rather. Throw fast attacks. So the good news is we went 4-1. The bad news is had we not lagged that one game, I think we would have just hit Legend. And now we're going to be just shy. No suspense. 29.89. What's up, and Andreas from Austria? Welcome in. Senor Panda. Hola, ¿qué tal? First time chatter, Radical Rad. Looking for party members. I'm ahead of the game, Radical Rad. Not to brag or anything, but we already finished our weekly challenge. No big deal. Oh, also, let's get to that showcase of plushie. Good song here. Throwback. What should I choose today? We'll go with a fave. I think this is a fan fave. Lapras. Lapras is pretty cute. It's got the little eyes. We got a battle. Oh, we played Jai yesterday. And I remember he had the Corv Molt ABA. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Yeah. Can't be mad. He just made every single right call in that quick sequence. So good game. And he's got Stone Edge too. Well played. Went for the payback, 2 shields up. Called the weather ball bait. Caught the body slam. It's a very nice sequence from Jai. If I threw that weather ball, maybe I would have had some play, but mistake on my end. Yeah, just outplayed there. That's fine. His third was Galarian Moltres. So theoretically, I could have like played it out. Maybe I get the farm down on Quag and I reach double Surf on Moltres, but I don't think Surf plus 5 Powder Snows KOs. But this is a true test of character, right? Because we could mope around and say how we would have hit Legend last set if not for the lag game, and then start to spiral out of control. Or we could recognize those things happen sometimes, and it probably didn't happen because it was out to get us. It's probably just an unfortunate time it happened. And we can't allow the games that were out of our control, like the first set, to affect our games there against Jai, where I think the risky decision to call that he's not going for payback there. Because I remember last game we played, he outplayed me again, and he baited that time. So that time I went for the bait call. And in my head, I was thinking, then I just embered down with Ninetales, but he made the instant pivot to Quag. So he just played that really well and made 3 consecutive 50-50 calls that all went his way. So I think that's a tip of the cap game where I just got significantly outplayed. Do I think Shadow Corv is better? I haven't looked into it enough to say one's better than the other. But typically, I think bulky Pokemon are better when they're more bulky. But I think Shadow Corv, I'm sure, certainly has its merit, especially when you're like able to do more sand attack damage in certain matchups. It's probably a lot better. Yeah. Also, if I just went for the energy ball, right, I just win on the spot. So I guess that was pretty tough. Oh, but you know what actually does make sense is him going for the payback. He probably remembers my team. So he probably knows that his Quag is pretty much unchecked. So from his perspective, he's just thinking, I can freely go for the payback because if I shield the payback, then he just goes Quag and Quag's up a shield. And that's a little bit problematic for me anyway. So that kind of makes sense. Then the energy ball catch or call. That just feels like Jai's flexing because I think that was kind of unnecessary, but it made it more dominant for him. I mean, sure, Panda in hindsight, right? Going straight energy ball, but like by the time 4 chart attacks are thrown, it opens up catch opportunity. And I was thinking Weather Ball bait would lure him into like throwing Aqua Tail right away to catch it onto my Celio. Uh, this is the brutal part about queue times. It's not even the wait, but it's after a game like that where I just get destroyed. You have to wait so long. Yeah, you can. I just want to like move on to the next game. I just have to linger in my anguish of getting outplayed by young Jai. Um, ready for new champion season. I played a few matches last night. Dude, I ran into this crazy team. It was like it was an overquill, I think. It was an overquill. Wait, unless there's like a different version of it. But it had this ability. Well, it kept increasing its evasiveness. It kept increasing its evasiveness, and then I like couldn't hit it with anything. It was so annoying. It was the biggest cheese I've ever seen. Minimize, yeah. Cause he like boosted his evasiveness by 6 stages, and then I could just like never hit it with anything. And then he had these other Pokemon that had a move where they would copy the stats of Overquill and they would get the same evasiveness boost. And I'm just like constantly missing. The funny thing about it was I ended up drawing him because I had a Toxapex that he had like no way of inflicting damage onto or poisoning. So like my other Pokemon just all held on for long enough. And in the end, I had like a Toxapex and he still had like 3 Pokemon. But apparently in Champions, like that's a draw when the time runs out. It's not like Go, where since he had more Pokemon, he wins. I actually, because of Go, I assumed I lost when the time ran out. But then it was like, it's a draw. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Ma- Matthias, Mateus Enrique, welcome in. I don't know if Ultra will have any better queue times. I was looking it up online after because I was trying to figure out like the math on it, like because my moves kept missing, like my 100 accuracy moves kept missing over and over. So I was like, what's the math on that? Like, what percent chance do I have to hit it if it's 6 times boosted evasiveness wise? I wasn't really sure. Bird asks, once I hit legend, am I going to tank for better queue times? Possibly, yeah. Minute go off. We got the tunes on Twitch today, YouTube. We're rocking our Spotify playlist today, so no tunes on the tube. Welcome in, Hugo. Yeah, you as well, man. Right, Proto Man. There are some of those moves, right? Like Aerial Ace, for example. I don't think I have any of those moves though on my team that I've been running. Oh yeah, I've also seen some people do this cheese. There's so many like cheese strats in VG where they have a Snorlax and they give it, maybe it's like with Halucha, they give it the no guard ability somehow with a move. And then Snorlax will use Fissure, which is a guaranteed one hit KO, but normally it has like 30 accuracy or something. Entrainment. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much. It very much caught me off guard. I think I still managed to win that game too, and they just like knocked out my Toxapex right off the get-go. To be fair, my Toxapex is kind of a toxic strat too. I'm toxic. I'm using toxic and infestation and just kind of like wilting away their health over time. Well, I reached a give me your arms. I reached a peak of like it was like 6,100 and something. That was like what I peaked at because I went on a big win streak. And when you go on a win streak, it like I think you get more bonus for like winning multiple in a row. But I wasn't able to maintain that ranking, so I ended up like a lot further down. I ended up like 30,000 or something. Fiscal focus. Is there a reason why there seems to be a strong trend towards top players using shadows? Um, I don't know. I could like speculate. I mean, I think a lot of top Pokemon just simply are better with the shadow variants, such as Sableye, such as Ninetales. At least I kind of prefer Shadow Ninetales, Shadow Celio as well. So I think a lot of Pokemon, the shadows just tend to be better. And top players, I won't speak for everyone. Like some players like to go with more bulky teams. But I think, especially in the Go Battle League, a lot of top players will like to use more oppressive, glassy Pokemon, which leans them towards using shadow Pokemon. Exterminic, welcome in. I was kind of sad there was no World Cup game on today. Sometimes they're on at like 11 a.m. my time, which is kind of fun. Um, but yeah, they're down to the top 8, the quarterfinals. So there's only 7 games left. What am I going to golden bottle cap? I don't know, Vincent. What do you think I should golden bottle cap? We should do a vote. It's going to end up being like Quillfish. There's a third place game at the World Cup? Really? Has that always? I guess that's probably always been a thing. I don't really like that. I feel like it makes sense for the Olympics because you get like a bronze medal. But do they get anything for third place? Maybe like a bronze trophy. Yo, what's up, Home Slice? Home Slice, in pretty heartbreaking fashion, I think I would have hit it last set, but the one game we lost last set, we lagged. Um, so I ended up 11 points short. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. When I taste tequila, baby, I still see ya. Jay says I'm tempted to do Marshadow for the golden bottle cap. Marshadow's a cool pick. Oh yeah, Dez pointed out something I can show you guys. So Niantic or Scopely now has like added gyms in certain, I think, community ambassador spots, right? Like sponsored stuff. So there's this place here in DFW that there's a big event at this weekend. People are going to go to for Global Go Fest. And let's see, where is it? Check out this screenshot. Apparently, like 40 gyms were added or something. Look at this craziness. Look at this. I mean, I better get a Shundo. I better get a Shundo this weekend. Isn't that pretty insane? Yeah. Look at that. I'm going to get a Shundo. No Shundo for Carmander. She's still looking for her first ever Shundo. Who in the chat is looking for your first ever Shundo? Raise of hands. Show of hands. Yo, BZ, thank you for the sub, my friend. BZ, I always see your name in chat, but I don't think I've ever actually like said it out loud. How do you want me to pronounce your name? BZ is cool. Okay. Exterminic, 5 stream streak. Let's go, baby. How can I find spawns in that mess? I guess I'm going to have to use my Go Plus Plus, which reminds me, I think my Go Plus Plus is dead because it was dead on my walk today. So I'm going to go grab it while I'm in queue. So I can charge this bad boy. Oh, I got a battle. Corsola? No boost for him is unfortunate. He will outpace me, I think, by a turn to the next move. Oh my god. I mean, from his perspective, he's probably thinking I gotta like try to farm down to give myself a chance. Oh wait, is it Carbink? If it's Carbink, we're probably still fine. Celio's bulky enough. He's on gem. I should reach another surf as well, and I have a foul play loaded. We're on our 5 cycle. I did think about drain punching for some BM shenanigans, but I want to set a good example. I was thinking of the casters. You can't. What would the casters do in that situation? Homeslice also asked, "How do you find campsites? Is that like a campfire reference?" This one in particular, like everyone has just been talking about in the area, so that's kind of how I found out about it. And there, it's at this like shopping mall. Another course. Um, I may regret this, but honestly, it's Carbink again, so we're not out of the woods yet. He has to expend a Moonblast here to knock me out, which he does. Nice. That got a little bit sketchy, but dude, like that's been every game. It's like it looks like we're just RPSing them, which we kind of are, but then there's a Carbink in the back, which I'm like triple soft against. And then it gets scary. that was a good song. It's just a little bit vulgar. We like to keep it PG-13 on the channel. What were we talking about before? Oh, Global Go Fest and stuff. Yeah. So apparently what's happening at for anyone that happens to be in the Dallas Fort Worth area, there's going to be a huge meetup at Grandscape Mall, and there's going to be like an intercom system and everything. Kingdra, I've played a few Kingdra leads. You know, I think I should probably throw first because now he's more likely to bait. Yeah. Catches on Celio. That looks kind of weird. Like he didn't sneak. I've seen this before. I think it's his own canine and back. I think it's his own canine and back. No, that's real unfortunate. Very winnable. And he's got a Swift banked on Kingdra, so we just lose here. Sag. Ah! So we've had 2 games today that were winnable that we lost, and 1 game that was taken away to lag. But that's all we've lost so far. Man. Tough one. Very winnable. Had I also just gone Celio into. Well, maybe not actually. Because if I go Celio into Celio, he might be content just letting it go and then like coming in Jelly. But then I guess I can pivot into something else. So maybe Celio into Celio was the play. Also could have banked energy on Sableye since I'm not threatened until the surf. So a lot of things I could have done there. A lot of things I could have done there. I'm always so bad at remembering people's teams, and that was a situation where like I thought I remembered the team and I was wrong. Because once I saw the Jelly, I'm like, oh wait, I do remember this being Jelly actually. 6, 7, 8. Just break it. He's farming up a lot, which I don't love. I get the last shield. Oh, man. This is going to be interesting. He should be at 7. One past. Nice. I think it came down to whether he lived that Shadow Claw or not. So that was really close. Welcome in, Monahan. Guys, we just went 3-2, I believe, at 29.89. Oh, my God. We're going to do a prediction here. I'll put 2 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go 29.97. I'll go 29.98 or less. Or 29.99 or above. Togetic. I like Togetic. What a cutie. Matt Davis taking the under. I don't blame you. We've got some believers. I think the believer, if I had to guess, I don't want to skew the betting odds. But I would probably take the under as well. I would take the less. But we have a lot of believers, it looks like right now. Amara Kiwi, the hippie, welcome in. Parabens, Edad. Thank you so much. Sparks, welcome in. Still a minute on the prediction. Oh, wow. It was okay. It was 29.99 or above for like the majority, and someone just sent in a ton of points. Someone just sent in a ton of points on the under. Scary. Wow, that's a lot of channel points. You guys have like a gambling addiction or something. Also, it's coming home. Yes. You know, I do kind of want to apologize actually to my English fans. What the heck? Who just did like 300,000 points on the under? Someone's sending it all in the under. Oh my God. I do want to apologize to my English fans when I was kind of making fun of the "it's coming home" thing, but then I thought about it, and isn't England like credited with inventing the sport of football? Isn't that a real thing? So "it's coming home" makes a lot of sense in that regard. Was that Henry? Did Henry bet all on the under? Well, here we go. I won't gatekeep any longer. 3-2 at 29.89. Oh my God. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic. The under wins. That was like US versus Belgium. That just wasn't even close. That just wasn't even close. Well, at least we gained. It was only 1 point, but we gained. Carmander, you're celebrating my demise? Is it because you got a lot of channel points? RIP 30K points. Oh my gosh. You didn't watch the Senate bet under. That's a good intuitive bet. Some of the games we didn't have much queue times at all, but some were very long queue times. I wasn't really paying attention to whether they were down pairs or not. I know, right? A-Wing, 1 point. Crazy, right? Up is up. New channel rewards when? That's a good question. I don't know. What type of channel rewards would you guys want to see? $300K to play Basti? Yo. Guys, I still don't even have a Basti built. Okay. $10. Throws on 10. 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be the EQ. Did he get denied? Mm-mm. Keep going. Keep going. It's hard. I know. He does send it. Wow. Whoa. CMP's me. Um, he's dry. Imagine I caught that. That would have been like the nastiest catch ever. No, man, unlucky. I I didn't think the switch clock was up. That was three moves in such quick succession. But the animation of the oh man, I had that. But to be fair, I shouldn't have had that because he lagged a turn. But I had that. If I just came in Celio, I legitimately thought, you know what? In hindsight, though, in hindsight, I guess that's never the right play because I probably wasn't in like I thought I was in like one. Mm, I'm probably never gonna like get that farm down. Or yeah, no, that was dumb. Yeah, threw that one. Whoever that was, Sag. I threw it, but also I was only in a winning position because he lagged a turn. So you can look at it either way. Queue times have not been that bad. Nice. Hydreigon's always kind of scary. I got really quiet there. Sorry, but I was trying to focus. I might have been able to reach the energy ball there too, but I was thinking hopefully weather ball plus one powder snow would be enough. Welcome in, Tejas. Chelbenhoff, welcome in. 3 stream streak. Let's go, baby. I'm trying to be more consistent now. I appreciate it. Rye guy. Hey, Rise. I've been playing since the game came out a decade ago. Never get to legend. I don't learn counts and play by feel. Do you think the only way to hit legend is by learning counts? I'll come back to your question, Rye guy. But message me if I don't remember to come back to it. And thank you, Erickson. Welcome in. Okay, no catch. 5. Creates a desync in the switch timer. Regular primate. Almost save the weather ball. Oh, shoot, that's really bad. But maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. I thought he was dry. Oh, this is actually worst worst case scenario. Shoot. Mm. Speaking of counts, Rye guy, my counts there are gonna potentially lose this one for me. Man, like, why? Why no shield that? That to me, that like almost makes me think they're sniping. What do like? What's the? I don't get that no shield. That's really like suspect to me. I don't know. Like, I just can't think of any reason to no shield that. That's like the only lose condition. But I guess I should throw the surf then if they're just gonna troll. Unfortunate. I think I'm at 1 HP, unfortunately, so I can't shield. Hmm. Just a few too many games today that I've lost when I did have play. And then there's a game like this where we just don't have any play. Let me just replay that in my head for a sec. Floor just lead, swap canine. I guess I could have baited, but he's just ABA strong. ABA strong to my lead. Triple strong against Celia. Yeah. At least 2 games today that we could have won if we played differently, and those are just the games you got to maximize because a game like that against Bernardo, we just get RPS'd and we can't really do anything about it. I'm seeing 104 degrees outside in Dallas. Holy guacamole. I was really hoping to hit Legend in one of these 2 sets because the fact that we would have had Legend if not for the lag in set 1 is really frustrating. And it would have been really like, let's go, baby, if we hit it in a subsequent set after that anyway. But it might not be meant to be, which is sad. But let me get back to Rye Guy. End up capping around 2,500, mostly because I assume I'm not over farming enough, etc. Throwing on bad timing. Yeah, so I think timing is the most important, honestly. I think throwing on good timing is the most important. I got it. Thanks for my peace of mind. That was 7. 3 RPS here. Wow. Where they go. I think I just throw because even if he catches it, it's kind of fine. Jump is dry. I'm behind a turn, so I don't really lose anything by throwing this. And I buff my defense in case he's running like Shadow Ball. Even close combat, though, would like be close to knocking out from here. Yeah, pretty RPS win for us there. 2-3 set, man. Which means we're going to drop to like 2967. 2968. Was close. But yeah, Ryga, I think move timing is almost like, once upon a time it was like if you knew move timing, you were good. Now move timing is almost like a fundamental, I think, where you kind of like need to know move timing to be good. Otherwise, you're going to be missing out on too many turns here and there. So if you already have your resistances down, that's great. Yeah, missed turns do add up very quickly. What about knowing which moves Pokemon have? That's your issue. I mean, I feel like that you just learn over time with practice, right? Because in Pokemon Go, I would say the majority of Pokemon are on like a standard move set. Um, and then you just have the odd Pokemon here and there that might trip you up, like Florges, right? Could be running Trailblaze, could be running Disarming Voice. Some people are even running Moonblast. But you kind of just have to play for that, right? Like try to minimize the risk knowing it could have this move. Sometimes you'll play the odd Corviknight, right? That has Iron Head and it knocks out your Alolan Ninetales, and you're like, gosh dang it. That's so annoying. Yeah, Will, in your opinion, the first fundamental is knowing the typings. That's what I always say as well. I was simply responding to Rye Guy, who said he already does know the typings. So I was saying, with that in mind, I think move timing would be like the next fundamental thing. Yeah, counts and timing are definitely different. Neon Kake, legend player. I'm just a measly expert. How am I supposed to play a legend? Is this Tate McRae? I think it is. Oh, they shield. I think I should have gone Celio because Celio should barely live the energy ball to get to the surf. So I think this is a misplay by me. Especially with an Altaria lead. Whatever's in back, I feel like is most likely going to be better for my Ninetales. I think I've kind of screwed this up here. This game might come down to this CMP, which we lose. Ah. We'll see something in the back here. Most likely weak to Ninetales. Maybe his own Celio even. Okay. So, I guess not a guaranteed win, but definitely more winnable. Ugh. I mean, we're not playing bad, but we're like at the top of the leaderboard, and I've just made too many split decision mistakes today that has been the difference in us hitting legend. In addition to that one lag game where I would have hit legend anyway. But that's on me. That's on me. Because I simply go Celio after I get the shield. He lands Energy Ball, I land Surf. He farms me down with Grumpig. So he's ahead with Grumpig, but then I still have a fully healthy Ninetales where I might still get to double Weather Ball first, and he probably has to catch on his Altaria to win. Yeah, I don't really care, Will. It's more like I try not to be like a results person. I try to be more of a, process person, and I'm more frustrated by that's like at least the third game today I feel like I could have won if I played it differently. Two weather balls barely knocks out. Yeah, I guess like he was at what, a 3 Ember head start? No, 2 Ember head start? 3 Ember head start. So maybe he would have knocked me out anyway potentially with double weather ball, but I don't know. I think I still have to make that read. The problem was like I'd already made up my mind because I like kind of assumed he was gonna shield. So I had like already predetermined I was gonna come in with my own K9 to absorb energy. When once I got the shield, I think I definitely needed to go Celio. But it's important to keep things in mind, right? We are number 14 on the leaderboard today. We don't suck that hard. Firo. 5. I'm a shield. I've got a lot of health. This song's a little bit vulgar. I'm going to change it. PG-13. What if SS Thorn was watching? That would have been horrible. I'm gonna let it go, even though like I might want to keep this around for something. I think the 2-on-1 fast break is normally better. My drink, alcohol, till my friends come home for Christmas, and I'll dream each night of some version of you. And nice. We won the game. We won the game. I did see a plushie redemption from Mo. What can we do for Mo? Boom. Look at this one. Now, chat, this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is Paul Mo as opposed to Paul Me. This is Paul Mo. Trivia. I'll get to it. Thank you for the reminder. Love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks, and I. Talk to God when I need a favor. And I only pray when I ain't got a prayer. So who the hell am I? Who the hell am I to accept a savior? 3 for Ape. Think again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 11, 12, 13. Nice counting. Who the hell am I? Who the hell am I to expect a savior? Wow, how disappointing. Came down to one turn, and it's the first Carbink we actually lost to. Which is pretty crazy considering how weak we are to Carbink. It's the first one that actually got us. And we've seen a lot of them today. Trivia. I don't think I could have done anything, though. Like, what could I have done there? Because even baiting Body Slam doesn't do me anything there, right? Because I'm still switch locked. So, like, that wouldn't have even changed anything. Maybe, like, I don't know. I don't know what I can do there. I think we've just gotten lucky a little bit that the previous Carbinks we've seen, we've, like, got so much of an advantage from the lead in the safe swap that we were able to end up managing it in the back. But that time, the Furret safe swap, we didn't really have an obvious answer to. So we didn't have much of an advantage. I guess that's the reasoning there. I always throw foul play because it does more damage even when Drain Punch is super effective. Foul play still does more damage. And if I'm swapping out, right, like against a Furret, for example. Oh, shoot. Got a game. If I'm swapping out, I'm clearing my debuff, right? So I'm not worried about buffing my defense. Cover for the catch. That's a crazy catch. Onto a Malamar? Against my Sableye? I mean, I'm switch locked. He's not going to come in with Slash. I think I'm just going to sack K9, even though it's kind of crazy. And then maybe I utilize my foul play here. I should have waited out my timer. Oh, so many mistakes today. So many mistakes. Okay, and then we just put this all on Celio because the Slash took 10 Shadow Claws. The Slash is like in Surf range. And Slash has a Drill Run. Look at that. We played a game well. Unbelievable. This song is so sad. This is the slow and reverbed lonely. I still haven't got to the trivia question. I'm sorry. But the cues have actually been pretty quick. Dwight D. Eisenhower. I like that. Did I play Pokemon Champions? I've started it, yeah. Uh-oh. Fading, so I had to take a little ride. Backtracking on these few years, trying to figure out what I do to make it go bad. 'Cause ever since my girl left me, my whole life came crashing. I'm so lonely. Wow. That is oppressive. Girl like you, and I just let you walk right out of my life. Well, chat, this looks really terrible, but we're going to put this all on K9. Only hope is they're like ABA weak to it. What? Is that a snipe, dude? I mean, that could be a real team. But that's like if you were to perfectly line up a team to beat my team. Like, and it was right after Chakes too, dude. Oh, that looks so suspicious. But maybe it's legit. We got one set left with a different team. Wow. Great. Fun. Bro, what is happening? He had Jelly for your Lapras and Wiggles for your Sableye. Katunari. Now, I believe Katunari. Oh, he changed too, but I think Katunari is like a legit player, though. Never thought that I'd be alone. Didn't think I'd be gone this long. Just want you to call my phone. So stop playing, girl, and come on home. It's always Tinkaton. It's always Tinkaton with Mightyena. 6. Have nobody to call my own, no. So lonely. So lonely. We're gonna sack it. If he goes Twister, I think I live. But he pulses. I think he's gonna blind swap to not give up an Ember down. He crunches. Well played. Quag should win CMP over Celio. Yeah, I mean, just a nice play there, right? Because he won CMP, I thought he would just throw his move, but he went for the catch instead. I'm fine with how we played that. I mean, he technically countered us all the way through, so it's fine. Countered us all the way through, came down to a CMP in the end. Well played. Um, why people put fancy by just because it has bulk, right? Five. Whoa. Five. Surf outrage. LeBron Zong. 3. 1,000 miles to your house. Wait. Weather. Dude, I forgot this thing had weather ball. Shoot. What weather ball is that? I don't even know what weather ball that is. It's water? Oh, God. I'm actually surprised that surf knocked out. Wow. Well, it's because like Mighty Ina players, Mighty Ina is a very effective Pokemon because it's very like straightforward to run. Right, you typically are just shielding through things, going down a shield, but hopefully you like get back that shield against something else with your energy. And then they need things that like can take energy in the back. So, for example, a Mantine is like Mantine's like not that good, but it's very good in the zero shield because you're bulky and you can take a lot of damage. I know that firsthand because I used Mantine at NAIC this year. And Mantine versus like Alolan Ninetales, for example, is an absolutely tragic matchup if there are shields in play. But in the zero shields, you win. Yo, I wish Pirate King. If Beiruzma from Japan was my friend and we didn't lag in the first set, we would have hit Legend. But, you know, sometimes life doesn't go your way. And you know what? If we hit Legend in the first set, that would have been the end of the docuseries this season. So the docuseries lives to see another day. Mr. Risington, that's me. Good day to you, sir. Harry Kane. What about Harry Kane? Team captain. Mr. Dunebug, welcome in. Dune, I heard from Dez they want us to play a match against each other at the thing. Yo. Interesting. Surprisingly, I think it's the first Ninetales lead we've seen today. Oh, baby. Um, I'm gonna come in with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is a little sketch. 3. 6. Nice. This is great. Sorry, this song is a little bit explicit. Hmm. Did I see the Argentinian football team's getting investigated about that? I thought that was like fake news. I thought that was like a troll account. How low is this seal? Pretty low. We get our one Shadow Claw and our one Powder Snow. Wow. There we go. We are winding down the games today, folks. Queue Time's surprise. Like, we started today at number 14 on the board. We dropped a little bit since then. But the queue times have been pretty fine, surprisingly. Sabita, first time chatter, welcome in. I see you are a Pokemon Go streamer. Pokemon Go just released a badge on Twitch that is not active yet, but a badge for Melton. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's related to like the Argentinian league, like the club teams, you mean? People no longer split, but that makes sense. That makes sense, Shira. Heather, so smart. What is your question about remote raids? You're all good, Sabita. Don't worry. A lot of us like Argentina. I'm like kind of rooting for Argentina. I want to see Messi win another personally. Could you imagine? Oh, wait. I still haven't done the trivia, guys. I'm the worst. But our cues have actually been good. Oh, I think I heard one recently. The trivia question, no Googling. If you Google, Pluto will know. He'll call you out. Which country in the world has the most coastline? Which country has the most coastline? Five, six. Throws on bad timing. I CMP him on the Shadow Ball. He lets it go. He does farm me down with Ape, which is kind of annoying. I don't know if we reach 3 ever in this matchup. It doesn't really look like it. If I double baited, I would have got there. It's not completely over just because we have 2 shields, but it feels like we're in a bad spot. If I baited, I think I would have been in a good spot. Yeah, I just lose. Hmm. Sag. I think we got a little bit overzealous early because we beat what, like 4 or 5 carbing teams somehow. Somehow we beat like 4 or 5 carbing teams. So we were like, we felt like it was fine, but in reality, like carbing is so bad for this team. Shoot. The trivia question. What country has the most coastline in the world? Pluto says Canada. Superfly Alex says Chile. Bert, Australia. Not Lao. Yeah, so the correct answer is Canada. And it's a bit of a tricky thing because people usually associate coastline with like warmer countries with beaches and such. And coastline also includes islands. So a country like Japan or Indonesia has a ton of coastline if you like include all the islands. We only got one battle left today, folks. Would have hit legend. I maintain that in the first set, if not for lag. The correct answer is Canada, the country with the most coastline in the world. Someone asked the definition of coastline. That's actually a good question because one thing I thought of is, does coastline also include all the lakes, or is coastline only like ocean? It includes lakes. It includes lakes as well. And that's a big reason I think Canada has the most coastline. Because Canada, I've heard that Canada has more lakes than every other country in the world combined. Can you believe that? Now, what's the definition of a lake? I don't know. If it's like a little tiny pond, does that count as a lake? I'm not sure. Legend will have to wait at least another day, folks. At least another day. Yo, FP Sticks, the GOAT in the house. It is a lot of lakes. You know, I'm going to throw shade at Homeslice Henry's, you know, his lineage of Minnesota. Minnesota calls themselves the land of 10,000 lakes. But I'm pretty sure Wisconsin has more lakes than Minnesota. Let me fact check this. Okay, this is becoming controversial. We need like an investigative report. Because it says they have different definitions of lakes. So it's saying Minnesota has more lakes by their definition, but apparently Wisconsin has a different definition of lakes, which they say they have more lakes. Yeah, this is like extremely controversial. There's a very similar thing. There's a very similar thing where I watched a video on this. The Brazilian government recognizes the Amazon River as the longest river in the world when like almost everyone else recognizes the Nile River as the longest river in the world. But the Brazilian river, like their measurement of the Amazon considers it longer than everyone else. So they consider the Amazon the longest. But I think everyone else considers sounds like they're in denial. That's good. That was good, Leonardo. That was quality. Minnesota's DNR only counts 10 plus acres. What if I just like Google this? Wisconsin lake definition. What the? I don't even know what their definition means. In Wisconsin, a lake is defined as a body of water that is substantially at rest with a defined shoreline and distinguished from rivers or streams by the absence of perceptible current. That seems kind of subjective, right? Yeah. So I didn't mean to make this political. I normally don't like getting political on my streams with all this lake drama. What's a lake? What's not a lake? Yeah, I appreciate it, Pirate King. No bias. Us Wisconsinites have to stick together. Heather, I was wondering the same exact thing, honestly. How do you distinguish between lake and pond? Ponds are generally shallow, allowing sunlight to reach the bottom across the entire water body. Interesting. And you know what this does remind me of, this controversy? Wow, that's a definition that makes sense. If sunlight can reach the bottom of the entire water body, it's a pond. But here's what I will say. I grew up in Wisconsin, and there was a local lake like where we lived, a man-made one, and it was pretty small. It was like pretty small. It was big enough where you could like go swimming, but it couldn't have been more than like it was fairly circular, and it couldn't have been more than like a mile around the whole circumference. That's it's like small as a lake, but I feel like it's big enough to be considered a lake. But it's kind of pushing it. Yeah, worldwide system on what's a lake. No, Pyre King. This is a different one. The one we went to for that's a legit lake, right? That's a pretty big one. It's big enough where there's like no question, right? That's a lake. This is a different one I'm talking about. It's a lot smaller, like a fraction of the size. Yeah, I don't know whose job that would be, FP, but that sounds like a fun job. Scout, you've been around. Competitor Cup is simply like the old system, right? The legacy system. But yes, it is Open Great League as well. Do I know what country has the second longest coastline? I'm okay. I'm going to take a wild guess. Japan. Because Japan has like 9,000 islands. Even though Japan is small physically, it's Norway. That makes sense. Norway has a lot of islands too. Speaking of Norway, BZ doesn't agree with you. So much drama today. Yo, goalie Greg, welcome in, man. Thank you for the raid. If you guys aren't following goalie Greg, go give him a follow. One of the coolest guys, I think best personalities we have in the community. And goalie Greg, you've missed a lot for those tuning in today. We have... Oh. This song gets me kind of hyped. We were gonna hit legend in the first set, and in our fourth game, we lagged, which lost us the game. And then we went 4-1, so we were like 11 points shy. I think I probably would have hit legend in the first set, so I decided to quit the game. Just kidding, I didn't quit the game. We kept going. Fell short a few times. So we're at like 29-47 right now. And then we're talking about controversial lake definitions, where apparently there's a dispute between Wisconsin and Minnesota about who has more lakes, because the two states have different definitions for what's considered a lake. So we're talking about like the real important issues today. That's basically what you missed. Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, this is our last game of the stream, and we're 2-2 this set, so no legend today. Turvrip says Holland on YouTube chat. Yes, I agree. Holland! Exclamation point. He's a beast. I saw a stat. He's got something like 71 goals in his last 54 matches or something like that. The guy is a goal machine. Oh, thanks, Greg. Who am I rooting in the last? Honestly, I think I'm rooting for Norway. Well, okay, I don't really have a dog in the race anymore now that USA is out. But with what Holland is doing, and by Holland, I don't mean the region Holland, aka the Netherlands. I mean Erling Haaland, the Norwegian player. What he's doing is insane. France is like the heavy favorites, and they're so good. It's hard to like pick against France. I also would love seeing Argentina and Messi win again. For Messi to like go out on top winning another, that would be insane. Morocco would be cool too. Like Morocco feels like they're kind of an underdog. Greg's the same. Yeah, Greg's rooting for Norway specifically because of Holland. And also the fact that no non-European or South American team has ever won the World Cup makes me kind of want to root for Morocco. First African team to win the World Cup. That could be pretty cool. Our queue times were really not that bad today. But we've been waiting for this final game for like a long time. Maybe we went through everybody. Switzerland can win versus Argentina. I don't know, man. It seems like Argentina just always finds a way. It seemed like Egypt was about to beat Argentina. And then Argentina just... They found a way to win. Oh, yeah. I guess it was a bit controversial with that one call. But even with the call, right? Like, they took away the goal. But then Egypt scored again, like, right away. So you could argue, like, it should have been 3-0. But you could also look at it like they took away the goal and then Egypt made up for it right away. I don't know. It's unfortunate. I heard a sports analyst guy. I think it was on First Things First today. Sometimes on like YouTube, I'll listen to some of the sports shows. I don't like watch them live, but I'll listen to clips. And I thought he made an interesting point. Like with all the VAR, how they're reviewing so many things, it's almost like he feels like it's made the officiating worse in a way because the officials, the referees are like less likely to make a big call. And then they're just gonna because they're like, I can just go back and look at it on review. But then like you don't make a call and you go back and review and it's like, well, you let it go in the moment, you know? Because there's been like so many penalties given due to VAR. And I think for offsides, it's a good thing, right? For offsides, it's a good thing. Because usually offsides is like objective or not. But when it comes to fouls, like fouls are pretty subjective at times. Morocco won in 2018. What do you mean? Like they beat France in 2018? Or they beat Argentina in 2018? What do you mean by Morocco won in 2018? I should be a sports commentator. I appreciate that. Back when I used to follow football more closely, I remember Switzerland had a player named I'm probably butchering the name, but Xherdan Shaqiri. Xherdan Shaqiri, and he was like a beast. I think he had like a crazy goal in the World Cup. Yeah, Jay Breeze. Because they do, especially like in the last 2 minutes of games, they'll look at replays a lot in the NBA. But like, yeah, it'd be like if someone stole it, got a fast break dunk to like go up late in the game, and then they like paused it, took a review, and they're like, wait, yeah, there was actually an illegal screen earlier. So that play doesn't count anymore. Chat, we've been in like this queue for 20 minutes. I'm telling you, the queues were like pretty instant for most of the stream today. Maybe not pretty instant, but like pretty quick. 20-minute queue here. Pretty girls, pretty girls. No, no, no. Rap an Eminem song for you? I mean, I could. I don't know what the people want to hear. You know, I have a friend, Elijah. I haven't seen Elijah in a long time, but like we went to high school together, and he was an even bigger Eminem fan than me. Where like, dude, literally any Eminem song, he knew word for word. Like even the most obscure ones that you've never heard of. I know a lot of them word for word, but he knew like some obscure ones that I had never heard of word for word. Passport junkie, taking zips out the country. It is kind of funny seeing like Americans complain about some footballing stuff that like because they never watch except for the World Cup every 4 years. Um, but I see Americans complaining about the clock. Americans find the clock like very confusing since it's a running clock, and in pretty much every major sport here, it's more of like a stopped clock that counts down to 0. But I don't think it's really that complicated. You go to 45 minutes, the referee allots on some added time. Maybe I should try a different league. We're not finding a game. Although I do kind of want to like, we've literally done this the whole stream. So kind of like part of me wants to like conclude our 25th battle with the same team. Oh, there we go. Just had to re-queue. Movie star. Another A slash. Now they like catching on Mantine, is what we've seen from these A slash users. Nobody told me the world would be easy. I can't believe made it this far my whole life. I've been working so hard. No. I think I'm going to let it go. Because I think keeping a shield might be better for me. World would be easy. I can't believe made it this far my whole life. I've been working so hard. This is kind of sus. He's at 1. Comes down to how much drill run does to me. I don't. Oh, nice. Let's go. We end on a win. Yeah, Reisner is German. However, even though I have like German and Polish heritage, it's been, I think, several generations since my family's been in America. So I don't really know any German or Polish or anything like that. 29.56. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh my God. Guys. So we went 3, 5, 7, 10, 14, and 11, and we lost 1 elo. The math's not mathing. We went 14-11. We lost one ELO today. That's not fair. But it'll have to do for now. Oh, if I stall for a little bit, I could raid Axon. Is Axon live yet? He's already live. Let's go, baby. Chat, thank you for hanging out with me today. Today was fun. We did a lot. We won games. We lost games. We talked about lakes. That is a good point, Carmander. I got one ELO for that 3-2. No worries. Greg, before you came in, I got a 3-2 at 29.89. And I didn't think I was going to hit legend, but I did a prediction for it anyway. And I was like 29.97 or lower, or 29.98 or higher. And we gained 1 point. It was 29.90. It wasn't even close. A lot of people lost their channel points. Anyway. Thank you, Carmander. Bye, everybody. Oh, wow. I didn't do the Eminem rap, but that's okay. Maybe next stream. Farewell.